If you're a caregiver, you know the feeling. You absolutely know it. It's like being in this strange kind of prison, one where the walls are totally invisible to everyone but you. And we're not just talking about feeling lonely. We're talking about feeling like you're disappearing. So, okay, let's dive into this. We're going to map out an actual escape plan. Not an escape from your duties, of course, but an escape from the isolation that's trying to swallow you whole.
Does that just hit you right in the chest? Your loved one is right there. Your phone has 100 contacts, but real, true connection, it feels like it's a million miles away. This is the big paradox of being a caregiver, isn't it? You are never, ever truly alone, but you've probably never felt more lonely in your entire life.
You know, it's not as simple as I'm just going to run to the store, right? Every single trip, no matter how small, becomes this massive logistical operation. You have to arrange for backup, prepare for every possible emergency, and honestly, by the time you've done all that, you're just too exhausted to go anyway. Spontaneity? That's just a ghost from a life you used to live.
And you try. You try to talk to friends, but it feels like there's this huge canyon between your worlds now, and it just keeps getting wider. Their problems, they can seem so small, and your problems, well, they're way too heavy for a casual chat over coffee. So slowly, you just stop trying. And the silence, it gets louder.
First, the invitations stop. Then the just checking in texts. They get fewer and farther between. But the scariest part, the part that keeps you up at night, it's that the person you were before, the one with hobbies and dumb jokes and a life of their own, that person is starting to fade. You feel like you're literally losing yourself to this role. So let's be absolutely crystal clear. What you were feeling is 100% real, and it's fundamentally different from other kinds of loneliness. You are, in fact, trapped in plain sight, and it's so important that we understand exactly why this prison feels so unique. Now, look at this for a second, because this is the whole thing right here. Someone working from home might feel isolated, sure, but they get to clock out. They can make plans for Friday night. As a caregiver, that choice has been taken away. You are on duty 24/7. This isn't a job you leave at the office. It's your entire state of being, and that one distinction, it changes everything. And this really shows you how deep it goes, see? It's not just one thing. It's physical, you can't leave, it's social, the calls stop, it's emotional. Nobody gets it. You're even isolated from your own identity and any sense of a future. Each one of these layers just reinforces the others, creating this trap that feels absolutely impossible to escape.
Okay, so this is the crucial point. This is not just about feeling sad. This kind of prolonged, deep isolation is a genuine health crisis. And the science on this, it's terrifyingly clear. Just let that number sink in for a moment. 29%. Chronic isolation increases your risk of dying early by nearly a third. This isn't a small thing. This is a life-threatening condition, and it's hiding in plain sight in homes everywhere. And to put that into perspective for you, being this isolated is just as damaging to your physical health as smoking 15 cigarettes every single day. We all know the risks of smoking, right? We have to start treating isolation with that exact same level of seriousness. And it's not just about your body. Your brain desperately needs connection to stay healthy. Severe long-term isolation can increase your risk of developing dementia by a staggering 50%. So this is about protecting your mind just as much as it's about protecting your body. Oh, this one is tough. This is one of the most painful parts of the whole experience. You watch your social circle get smaller and smaller, and you can't help but ask yourself, is it me? What did I do wrong? So let's just tackle this head on, because the answer is almost certainly no. It's not you. People don't fade away because they're bad friends or bad people. Most of the time, they fade away because they just don't know what to do. You're never available, they can't relate to what you're going through, and honestly, your reality makes them uncomfortable. Understanding this helps you stop taking it so personally. It's the situation, not you. Okay, so we've defined the prison. We know what the walls look like. Now, how do we start picking the lock? The escape doesn't begin with some grand, dramatic gesture. Nope. It begins with small, manageable, almost microscopic acts of connection. Let's see how this works. I call this the 30-second interaction.
Now, it sounds ridiculously tiny, I know, but it is such a powerful tool against feeling invisible. A quick, "How's your day?" with the mail carrier. A "Thanks so much, I appreciate you" to the delivery person. Each one of these little moments is a signal to your brain that says, "I exist. I was seen by another human." And trust me, these moments add up. Let's be real, phone calls can be impossible. So you build a text network. This is your lifeline. Pick 3 to 5 people and be direct. Tell them, "Hey, I can't really talk on the phone, but I desperately need to stay connected. Can we text?" And this last part is critical. Do not keep score. You need this more than you need to be fair. Send that third text in a row. It is okay.
Connecting with other people is vital, absolutely. But what about connecting with yourself? The role of a caregiver is just all-consuming. It can completely erase the person you were before. So let's talk about how to start reclaiming your own identity. I really want you to try this exercise. It's called the I am list. I want you to sit down and write 20 things about yourself that have nothing to do with being a caregiver. I'm warning you, it's going to be harder than you think. I love the smell of rain. I am really good at crossword puzzles. I'm actually pretty funny when I'm not exhausted. This list is proof that you still exist under there. Read it. Remember that person.
All right, now for the action part. Pick one thing from that list, just one, and you're going to protect 15 minutes for it, a few times a week, not an hour, 15 minutes, to read one chapter, to listen to that album you love, to just sketch something. This is not a luxury. It's not me time. This is non-negotiable identity preservation. It's the thread you hold on to keep from disappearing.
Look, the goal here isn't to make the isolation magically vanish. While you're in the thick of caregiving, that just might not be realistic. The goal is to reduce it, to take it from completely unbearable down to survivable. You do not have to let this role erase you.
Please remember this. You are in a fight. You really are. And in this particular fight, the smallest acts are the most powerful. Every tiny little text message you send, every brief moment of connection, that is an act of rebellion against the isolation that's trying to win. That is a victory. So here's your plan, your fight plan. You're going to start small with those micro connections. You're going to remember that you still exist under all of this. You're going to start treating connection like the survival necessity that it is. And most importantly, you have to know that you are not alone in this. There are thousands of us fighting this same battle right there alongside you. You can do this. You can fight back against this feeling. We've actually put together a much more comprehensive system to help you build that resilience and find your way through this. Please, for you, download the complete plan at this link. Your fight is our fight, and it's a fight you can absolutely win.